Jeff, as you often like to remind us, you spent time with Patrick Mahomes, and you did recently. You talked to him. So any sense of how Mahomes feels about all the changes at wide receiver this offseason?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Laura. I did, in fact, talk to Patrick Mahomes. And look, I want to be careful that I don't overstate his words because I don't want to make it sound like a slight of Tyreek Hill. But I can tell you right now that he is excited, and he is an optimist, but he is excited about what he has in the big-bodied receivers that he now has on this roster. Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Juju Smith-Schuster are both over 200 pounds. What he said about MVS was that he's even bigger than he really thought. Wow. He's like 6'4", and what he's really excited about is the distribution and the versatility that these guys have.
Like the scramble drill and structure it, right? You'll get on the board and they'll be like, okay, if the quarterback breaks the pocket to the right and you're the receiver on the right that's closest to the quarterback, you turn and run deep. And, if you're the deep receiver, you come short. And if you're backside, make sure you work with the quarterback. I just think that is the case for most quarterbacks. And I think that these receivers, to Keyshawn's point, are going to have to learn, well, if I'm the deep receiver and I'm 40 yards downfield, because Patrick's arm is so ridiculous, I don't have to come back to the ball. I can go to 60 yards down the field. Wow. Or if I'm backside, think of that play against Baltimore a couple years ago on 4th down. If I'm backside, it doesn't mean I have to work with them. I could actually work away from him because, again, his arm can make some throws that most quarterbacks in the league can't. And I think, to Keyshawn's point, it is that type of timing or connection that they're going to have to get on rather than, hey, 5-step out, 12 yards out on the sidelines.
Yeah, it's all about body language in everything, especially on a scramble drill. If I know this is what Patrick Mahomes likes to do, so if I'm running a deep crosser and he's flush to his right and he's trying to lob the ball over the defender, I know he wants to put it a yard before the sideline. Right. So I have to take that angle. Or if I want to pull up and he wants to throw back across his body because there's a huge cavity, I need to know he's going to do that without him pointing. You know how quarterbacks point? And you don't need to do that. All he has to do is all he does is this, and you automatically know he wants me to stop.
Well, and all I can think about here is the defensive perspective on all this, because the Chiefs have been so difficult to defend, right? But this is a different looking offense. So, Dan, what do you think defenses who are going to have to prepare for the Chiefs, especially those who are going to see them multiple times in a season, what is their outlook?
I think this offense will be harder to prepare for. I just don't know if it's going to be harder to stop. Tyreek and Travis were so special that you kind of knew some of the stuff that they were going to get into. If Travis was by himself and soloed out, then Tyreek was at the number 3 position. Here comes some of the crossing routes. Or if Tyreek was by himself, then Travis was at the number 3, and they were going to try the cross with each other. And, Juju Smith-Schuster used a word that I actually have written down in my notes for the offense, and it's going to be versatility.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.